I'm joined now with Dr. Joanna Kaczorowska, who is an accomplished violinist and director of undergraduate performance. Joanna, thank you for being here with me. You are a native of Poland, and I know that your country has accepted more Ukrainian refugees than any other in the world. About 1 in 10 people in Poland are now Ukrainian refugees. Have you been speaking with your family? How has daily life shifted in Poland now?
Daily life shifted completely. It's the situation, unprecedented situation we've never seen before. I talk with my family, friends from my hometown and from all over Poland. They see our Ukrainian brothers and sisters everywhere now in Poland. Ukrainian children are going to Polish schools. They receive the financial, monetary help from our government to get started. They receive help for children. We give them health insurance. We help them as much as we possibly can. They immediately can get job. I see every day on my Facebook offers of job, Facebook offers for we will take more Ukrainian families to our homes. People simply opened homes, unlike in many other countries where there would be refugee camps. We opened our homes.
Yeah.
We took Ukrainian families to our homes so they will feel more normal in this completely abnormal, horrifying, horrific situation that is in Ukraine, that is taking place in Ukraine right now.
Of course, and not only is it horrifying, but it's also uncertain. No one knows how long this is going to last.
It's exactly uncertain. Much is changing. The situation is super dynamic, as it always is during the wars. Now everybody's getting ready for this super big battle in the east of Ukraine, as we know. Putin, who couldn't win Kiev, is moving his all forces towards eastern Ukraine, and so Ukrainians are doing that as well.
Yeah.
As we know, NATO is sending a lot of weapons, and United States mainly. Let's say that NATO is really existing with the United States leadership, because Germany and France are being very shameful members of NATO. I'm sorry to say that, but it needs to be said. They are lagging behind. They have agreements, economical agreements for the gas and oil with Russia. So they don't really want to support Ukraine as much as United States or Poland ever did.
In a few words, do you think, given the uncertainty of the situation, that Poland can keep up its support for Ukraine? Because we don't know how long these refugees are going to be in Poland for.
Okay, I'm going to tell the truth, because that's what I'm here for. Poland is being persecuted by European Union these days because Polish government is seen by Brussels as a government that is not very democratic. Polish government was elected in democratic elections, and that's what Polish people said, that those are the people who will be leading Poland. They were elected in democratic elections. Now, Brussels is punishing Poland and Polish government. Recently, very recently, they took from us the European Union COVID stimulus, which is more than 60 billion euros that was supposed to be given to Poland. We are the only country who was being taken away this money. And so this money, if this money would have gone to Polish government's hands, we would be able to keep helping Ukrainians on much bigger scale for much longer. Brussels, and also not only Brussels and European Union, but also Polish opposition party, they're blocking this money from Poland for whatever reasons. I don't know. What is the reasoning to withdraw the financial support to Poland during this refugee crisis? Only politicians in Brussels will know, but you can only think and keep asking questions why this is happening right now in Brussels and why there is so much negativity towards Poland, while we just took 2, 3, possibly 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 millions. Because if Putin will start using nuclear weapons, of course we are opening our borders wide open to all Ukrainians. We want to save as many people, because the pictures that are coming from Bucha and from all over Ukraine are so heartbreaking. You can't just accept that. So we Polish people are taking. But European Union did not give us a single euro or cent or dollar so far. When Turkey had Syrian crisis and Syrian refugees crisis, Turkey received a European Union country, received 6 billion euros from European Union for the help with 1.6 million refugees, okay? Poland took by now approximately more than 3 million. We did not get a single dollar from European Union for help with refugees. And Poland is not Germany. Germany is big, thriving economy. France is big, thriving economy. We are still struggling. We were post-communist country, and we have only our independence and democratic system for past 30 years. Why is European Union withdrawing money from Poland while we are actually helping that many people? That is the question to be asked.
I see. And just briefly, as a musician, I know that you've recently dedicated an ode to Ukraine in a performance. Why is music important right now?
Look, when I wake up in the morning and I go to check messages from my Ukrainian friends, and I see a picture of a 3-year-old lying on the body of her 17-year-old sister, and the 3-year-old girl was raped by 11 men, because that is what they identified. They identified 11 different types of semen on a 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old had a tattooed, while alive, the sign of a Z, and then her belly was ripped open while she was alive, and she was being tortured and killed while her mother was being raped by Russian soldiers at the same time. Where can you escape from those overwhelming emotions? I sit and cry. Many of us don't even want to see those images. Many of us can't stand reading those stories, but these are these stories of that war, and that has to be spoken out loud. That's happening. Russian army criminals and murderers are committing atrocities and crimes unseen, probably ever since Stone Age. The atrocities, a tank driving through a 5-year-old girl and driving it over and mauling it over. Why? Why are they not fighting with soldiers like men should? Why are they killing children and women? So where do you escape from all these crazy madness and this horrific tragedy? Music is really the only place where I can escape. You know, I put on music, and it's for me it's very hard to listen to happy music these days. I almost have hard time listening to happy music. But where I find my refuge from these images, that I wake up and I fall asleep, and I fall asleep crying. I'm a mother of 4-year-old. I see a 3-year-old raped child with tattooed Z on her chest with her belly open. Those are the images that Facebook, by the way, wipes out. Those images come to me directly from my Ukrainian friends, because media doesn't even show those images. The atrocities are so horrifying. They're so inhumane. Not even animals commit such crimes, you know, like elephant wouldn't do this to elephant. Come on. Human beings are doing this to human beings. So I find my refuge when I go to Stony Brook Music Department and I teach my students. And I tell them, okay, let's play Bach, let's play Mozart, let's play Brahms. I forget. And that's the only time I forget about those pictures of these killed children. This is the only time I can forget when I teach my students. This is the only time I can forget, because the images will stay with me for the rest of my life. I'm sorry for getting emotional, but it's impossible for any emotionally healthy human being not to get emotional. And we Polish people, we feel that Ukrainians are our brothers and sisters. We share the history. For past 600 years, we share a lot of history. Ukraine and Poland were one country for more than 600 years. They're us. They're us, you know.
Thank you, Joanna, for your insight.